Okay, I want to say thank you for joining me again here. It's me, wushurichard. I'm outside in nature. Okay, most of you know my online name is wushurichard, right? It has been for 10 years anyway, since I started sharing videos, you know, on martial arts and my life. It's Richard Clark, you know, Richard Mark Clark, wushurichard. It's an online name, you know. And basically, okay, thanks for joining me again. I'm outside in nature. You know, okay, I'm on here. I'm going to do some training, okay, in front of the camera. It's not for show. If it doesn't feel good, I mean, literally, this is for health, okay? That's what I'm trying to say to you, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm here. I've been working out. I've been doing some working out this morning, as I say, like I do every day. It's a lifelong thing, you know. Martial arts is a lifelong journey of self-development or self-maintenance, you know what I mean? So basically, what we're doing, okay, is I'm going to be doing some stretching now, continuing some stretching. I'm very sorry about the camera angle. It's not the best camera angles you're going to get here, but I've got the camera set up and we're outside. It's a bit windy here too, you know, but basically I'm just going to do some, you know, stretching and some stretching and some strengthening work of the legs, okay, and the body, as I say, upper body, lower and upper body, and just some flowing moves. Remember, okay, in terms of real self-defense, you'll be fighting, you know, very differently. If you have to protect yourself, and you have to really move realistically. But I'm just exaggerating and doing certain moves here for my martial arts, because for the exercise and the flow of it, while focusing on moves. And there is reality, you know, there is reality, I'll say that, you know, and use to all the martial arts training in terms of for your health and your self-defense. The only thing that lets you down in this world is two things. It's about your imagination and not being humble. I mean, you have to be humble and you have to have imagination. You've got to have the imagination to be creative and how to use things. You have to practice, you have to get more knowledge and study what you do to be real in yourself. But, you know, in the health also, in the health also, what I'm saying is you have to, you know, not have any ego, you know, in yourself and think you know everything. Because anyone, even a martial arts expert, even a big tough guy, not like me, little skinny guy, but some big tough guy could easily, you could be a combat expert of any kind, whatever, anyone can come unstuck. Okay, that's what we need to learn. But avoid negativity is the ultimate thing, and love life, and respect your life and everybody else around you. Anyway, it's just me, okay, skinny me, wushurichard here, again, now at the age of 33, I started making videos. Well, all those years ago. It's like nearly 10 years now. And in this video, I'm just going to do some basic training, okay? I've been doing some working out already today. Do it every day, you know, before I go to work, I have to do it. Myself, I keep healthy. I try to keep healthy, you know. I'm not an angel, not perfect, but you know, I like to eat different kinds of foods. I should eat a better diet, but myself, okay, really, I don't smoke, I don't drink alcohol, no beer, nothing, okay, I don't smoke, I don't drink, and I don't take drugs, obviously, right? I just try to treat everybody with respect. So I'm living the kind of life that a lot of religious people preach about, but a lot of people don't actually live it to that, you know what I mean? So I literally I try to live a clean, pure life in myself, like a monk, yes. I've had a hard, I'll say, growing up, bullied when I was a kid, bullied up until this point in my life, actually. Life is hard, we know that, the world's hard, but you have to keep positive in yourself. You know, you get discriminated against, you get this and that, everybody's a victim, yeah, fair enough. Everybody's got their sob stories, you know, but it's about being realistic. I was like captive for many years. I'm not going to go into too much detail, okay? I've had a hard life growing up, and I was like a prisoner also, so I know what is, I wasn't like, it wasn't so, you know, bad, like some people get it, you know, like torture and all that, but it was like, I went through some hard stuff, you know. I ain't talking about wine gums, y'all. No, wine gums and jelly beans. They call them gummy bears. I'm just saying, I really know it weren't like physical abuse like as such, you know, anything like that. But what I'm saying is, I went through a hard growing up where I was like living under lock and key basically. And now I'm free and trying to make my life here at 33, and I just want to enjoy the rest of my life and share what makes me happy and healthy with others, you know. See if I can inspire others in some way, even to do better than what I'm doing, some rubbish, you know, you might think it's rubbish, I don't know, but, you know, that's what we do. So I'm going to just do some stance work now, stretching and strengthening for my legs. Okay, it's not for show, as I say. The basic bow stance, this is called, or dongbo in Chinese. It's basically the front leg's bent, the back leg's straight. There's different ways you can position the hands, as I've said before, but it's basically the strengthening that thigh there, that leg you balance. You just lean in it, you can bounce a bit if you want, palms up, you can do different positions you like to do, it might be fists. You see, I'm just strengthening the legs and the back leg there stretching. From flexibility training, you can become a lot more strong too in your muscles. Stretching all the muscles, you know, and just loosening up your body, you know. Improve your breathing, you know, everything, your stamina. So here, so these are some moves, these are some positions that you can do. These shorts are kind of uncomfortable, but okay. It's not for show, I'm feeling my power. It's not like I'm going to fight like that. Oh, I'm not going to do that when I fight. I'm just saying, you see, I'm just saying that feeling with the fighting essence and spirit in there. See? And then feeling the position. It's like yoga in a way, kind of thing. Like Shaolin orientated, long fist, wushu basics and kung fu now. But it's just for the health, you know. You just do a few seconds, hold it, each position, you know. Here's the mabu, as I said, a horse riding stance, with both legs bent, flat like a table. The first one has got the front leg bent, back leg straight, but here we go again. Basics. Holding it. That focus in the mind. And not on little stones. There's a lot of soldier ants around you on the ground, I've seen around here too. Keep your back straight if you can. And just focus your energy, you know. Doing squats and things like this every day will help to make your legs stronger, up and down on your knees. Be careful, as I say, don't rush in any exercises, you know. Just feeling your energy. That's what it's about, you know. There's a lot of moves you can do. Like right now I'm just stretching my legs, I'm not kicking. It'd be a bit slow if I was kicking, right? Basically just stretching your legs in certain positions, you know, to put my hand here for a goal, but it's like focusing my energy, not to lean and fall over, see. Feeling that centre, you bring it in. Flexibility comes with time. It's like the angle, feel the lines around me, you see. Feel the lines around me, you know, the lines, and you slowly stretch and strengthen all those tendons because you've got balance and everything, you see. Do what you can. I was so much more flexible and stronger 10 years ago. You know what I mean? And now it's like, well, actually I'm like strong now, stronger. You know, was in some strange way, but it's like, you know what I mean? There's a big bee there, massive hornet. I just saw a hornet flying by there. Didn't like that at all. Well, don't worry. You've got to be careful you don't get stung in this world. Now I'm going to do some leaning over. So yeah, there's a big dog over the back there now. This place is teeming with life. There's so many little lizards and things living in here. It's the tropics where we're at, South China, as I say. I'm so sorry about the wind blowing this bag, and the wind's blowing it. Sorry for the camera angles, as I say. On my back now. First on your centre, you focus on small movements and big movements, and small positions and larger positions. Some movements require more strength or flexibility, some less. Some are focused more on real fighting techniques, some are just for exercise. But in this video, all I'm doing is some basic exercises and moves, and just to show you some exercise moves, you know. And not only to show you, just I'm doing it here because I feel good in myself. You know what I mean? It's like, you should breathe and focus on your energy when there's nobody around, you know. Can you do it? You know, you might sound crazy like me doing this here, but it's all about imagination. Can you feel the line? So there's energy there, see? It comes from understanding. But I'll try and show more techniques in more videos and explain exactly what I'm doing in future. I can explain certain movements if you'd like to know, or even the fighting applications and things, you know, to how to fight. But yeah, basically leaning over now. Leaning over. So the fingers, you feel your mind into the fingers, the palms, every edge, the arms, the fists. elbows, just anything, see? So you're strengthening your body. I'm not a big tough guy, but you're thinking about how to stand strong, how to feel your own balance and your breath and not waste it, see? That's what real comfort. It might look I'm showing, I'm not doing that for show like a dickhead. I'm saying, I'm just showing you the moves here, honestly, right? So focus your mind, so focus your bodily energy and control of yourself. So any kind of gymnastic, aerobics, right? Swimming, dancing, all kinds of dancing, ballet, ice skating, it's all useful, you know, in basketball, exercises of all kinds, right? Physical, you know, activities, you know, that's what we're talking about. Being careful of the small bones and tendons and not to over pull a muscle or anything, you know. But feeling the energy in the lines around you, it's like, you know, lines and circles, you know. Like it's as though you're in a ball of energy, or you're like, you've got to feel it as though all the energy running right through you. And move, because if you never move and flow like water, you know, you'll just become stiffer every day. So every morning you wake up and do some exercise before work. It's great, 15, 20 minutes to half an hour. Do something each day and you'll keep yourself in good shape. You don't need to overdo it, but don't underdo it. It's like cooking a good turkey for Christmas, you know? I'm joking. Okay, I'm just saying, right? I'm going to lean over now. So we're leaning over. Everywhere's got to be done, you know? Your neck, be careful, your waist, your ankles, your knees, your shoulders, you know? Swing your arms in circles and things, stretching up, out, leaning down, you know, stretching, putting the feet together. Lots of exercises you can do. Bringing your feet back like this, pulling and holding it for a few seconds, though, I'm saying, slowly. I'm just showing you quickly here, you know, for the top of your muscles. Squats up and down, like I said, you know what I mean? Yeah. Put your leg up on a chair or a bar or something carefully and just slowly stretch down to stretch your hamstrings. Either with your leg out in front of you or to the side and just lean over. But being careful, you know. Okay. So many exercises you can do. Your waist, twisting around your upper body, like leaning back. 1, 2, 1, 2. Do a bit of that, or hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. See how I keep doing these movements, how I'm feeling the energy, the up and the down. See, the in, the out. Front, back, see, like wushurichard moves, basically like that. You've got to feel the up, the down. You see like SHAOLIN monks doing this kind of stuff with their hands. You might say it's crazy, like imagining the chi, the energy from nature all around. But it's the mindset, it's the focus, and you can feel the blood. Call it chi if you want energy. It's like the blood, the breath, all at the mind and the balance. Because if you start leaning over, see, so you have to feel your centre and feel how to balance. So if you was in a fight, or if you were doing anything, playing ice hockey or whatever you were doing, you'd be able to feel your balance better. That's why I love the real martial arts, you know. If your mind's out of balance in anything you do in life, so will your body move. You know, upper body now, leaning over. So, you know, spreading the legs further now for this. Okay. Again, here, legs are straight for that. Back to center hands up here, so I'm going to do bow and archery, see? That's what they do when they do this kind of a punch, see, like here, or here, like that. You can imagine the lines, that's when you see them doing that kind of thing, it's like in SHAOLIN you can imagine it's because they're like focusing. You might focus on a tree, you might focus on certain lines in front of you on a tree or something. You know, focus my fingers there, my palms like that, my fists like that, stretching my waist here, looking towards it, see? What's that, see? There. And then like 2 swords, you can imagine that in the ancient days training, see? Pulling it in different lines, see? And the hand position, just like, it's all for your focus in real martial arts and wushu. It's not to say like for show and play around like an idiot, or so you're going to go into a fight and do that. Oh, I'm not saying that. It depends on how you use it. There's ignorant people in the world that don't believe in it, or have little knowledge of it anyway. And the reason it isn't proven as such, the reason a lot of people don't believe in real kung fu and martial arts is they just see that stuff they see in films, and then you know, people have got into fights and tried to use like traditional martial arts in our, let's say, modern generations, and it just hasn't worked for them, and it's been proven that it doesn't work. But in the ancient history, the real stuff did work. It's because of the quality of how you train. You can make anything work for you. You could beat 10 people up with ballet if you knew how to do it. Yes, you could. Okay, you could cook food outside in nature if you didn't have the kitchen utensils and the things you need. There are ways to get around things. And I'm not saying you can do the impossible. I'm not saying to live in a dream world. You've got to live in reality, concrete. You can train and feel what you're doing in training. You can't make it all work. You have to train with real guys and tough guys. Get them to try and chuck you down. Try to work your blocks so that you can stop and defend against certain attacks and things like that. Learn how to feel your flow of balance. When someone's grabbing you, trying to wrestle you down to the ground, some tough guy, you've got to learn how to position your feet so that you don't fall over and work around that and then hit the open areas, or learn how to go with the flow. That's what they do like in Tai Chi, you know what I'm trying to say? But it's like if you don't practice reality and practice with people in terms of the fighting, I'm saying, and self-defense, you'll never have that amount of, you know, real training. It's the same as boxers and their reactions, the same thing. You've got to learn, or tennis, ping pong, whatever. You have reactions with power and all that, all the whole physical, mental, all coming together. So it's the same as like the boxing, when they shadow box, or then when they get together with someone and they spar, they've got to have that reaction work, speed timing to move in and train, you know? I used to do kickboxing, as I say, but you know, I'm just saying that when I was younger, it was like I used to get my nose punched in until I started doing kung fu, and it worked better for me because it fit me better and I made it work. Not because whatever's better or worse as such, but definitely, you know, it's like a big book full of knowledge. You might have more knowledge in this book rather than the thin book, but then sometimes it might not. It might depend on what suits you, or what, you know, there's many different aspects. Being wise, martial arts teaches you to be wise, not full of ego and show and be an idiot and get yourself knocked out. Because at the end of the day, you're supposed to learn not to waste energy and improve your strength and energy, but there's certain techniques and training methods that are different to other physical you know, exercises, you know, and arts. Okay. Now we're going to do the back. Hold on. Lean back a bit. Hold on 1 second. Lean back again. I love to strengthen my legs, you know, like this. I'm not going to have a shit, don't worry. You know what I mean? Basically, right now I'm just going to lean back, okay? Lean back, come on. Now there's a tree over there that's laid down flat almost, because there's like typhoons and stuff you get here. So martial arts teaches you to stand strong in the storms, okay? As we always say. Anyway, all that, you know, elbows, shoulders, you know what I mean? Learn to loosen yourself up, you know. Chest, everything, opening your chest up and closing up, contracting, you know, and expanding. That's all that. Feeling the lines, the circles around you and that. So we're leaning back, as I say, when we do. Pulling your base, as I say, yeah. So I'm going to lean back now. So leaning back, hold on. I'm going to lean back like this. Here. The back, being careful. Got my legs spread a bit. That's great for your back. Being careful though. I say, yeah. You must be careful with your back, as I say, when you're leaning back. And then, you know, that's it. You just work on different positions where you can do your hand positions and everything, you know. Different kind of positions for the palms, and work it in with your stance as you're doing it. You've got to make it work. I'm guarding my legs, you see. I might be there. Doing different positions that hold in certain positions. You've got to feel the hand and the energy, see? Exercises, I'm saying. You might work into different techniques, see? Palms and that. Punching down, see maybe? Punching down, feeling the line of the energy. Different kind of energy with my line here. Punching into it, see? Feeling the lines too, like you've got empty hands. It's hard to explain what I'm doing, but you feel the power, so you're in your legs and that, so you've got to feel the energy and strengthen yourself. Just from the flexibility and different movements you might do. So it's just feeling, so you feel good. I'll do a bit of a splits, okay, while I'm here. Not perfectly, but I'll do a bit. There's a few ants on the floor too, but it's alright. Okay, feeling the motions, the up, the down, all that. See the circle, the whole twist, everything around you, you know. do a bit of that. Okay, so like that. Spread your legs. It takes time, you've got to work into it. So in the beginning you just do a little bit like that, just try to lean down. In time you open your legs more, you know. Got fists on the ground here to try and strengthen up my hands too. Sometimes palms too, you know. Rolling over. You know, things like this. Look at my feet positions if you can. One's on the side, one's on the heel there, that's roll over. I might be like this. Depends how you might feel. This is like this now. But you just try to slowly work into a stretch. I can't sit down totally perfectly, as you can see there. I'm just doing what I can. You know? You just do what you can. You know, palms of that. You know? So, you know, and you know, also you do see a lot of the people who are like in their elderly age. You see some people are really old and they're really flexible. Some people will amaze you. They will amaze you because they've devoted their whole life to it. You know, I was watching a documentary trailer thing for some kung fu thing by Chris Crudelli. If you know him for like mind, body and kick-ass moves and things like that. Anyway, there's that old master there who've been training his whole life. A lot of flexibility type training. And it's great for the body and the health, I must say. But I'm not the most flexible person, you know what I mean? I just do what I do. And understand what I do. In terms of the fighting techniques and that, you know. But a lot of this stuff's exaggerated because it's like stretching the body and strengthening the body in different ways. So if you were really big and muscly, like really big, it might hinder you with some of the certain moves. But if you were like, it's like me, I could do with some more strength training, you know what I mean? And do with a bit of weights training maybe. But it's like the mind, the energy, you know, you feel it. And I love all traditional martial arts, what I'm trying to say, you know. So that's what we're doing. So more squats whenever you can, it's good for you. Okay, so basically done now for the most part. You know, when you see me doing different things like the crane, the mantis and all that, snake, tiger, leopard, the animals and, you know, all these kind of crazy kung fu drunken moves or tai chi, when you see me doing it, I'm not trying to be crazy and foolish. You know, karate, it might be SHAOLIN kind of stuff, you know, tai chi, whatever, you know, or Wing Chun. Whatever I'm doing, you know, I'm being serious. When I'm speaking about things, when I'm speaking about something like Wing Chun or Ninja, anything, Muay Thai, you know, Aikido, it's all great in my opinion. It depends how you use it. In terms of fighting strategies and that, you know, and the way I'm doing my waist here, like let's say, with the ball type techniques, I'm holding a ball. These are all useful techniques. Tai Chi and that. I might just stand here with my waist. See, slightly spread apart my legs there. Bent, I might turn like that, see? Like this. Or like this. It's like I'm pulling someone's arm, see? With my back elbow, maybe elbowing someone from the back with a strike for self-defense. Someone tried to grab you on a train, tried to mug you. See, pull someone's arm, this can hit him there. I might elbow across there. Under, I might strike there, I might back fist. I might block against his hand and hit. I might make it bigger, see that circle. So it's useful. So you can work this into any kind of fighting technique. There's so much you can do. Covering your face, but elbow up. So many different techniques you can do. Palming down, someone comes to push you, you block down, palm. Basic techniques in martial arts, you know. There's so much you can do. You know, taking your face there, might hit through another palm. Parry, someone comes to hit you, parry that. Or step to the side and hit. So many things you can do in basic martial arts that people don't understand and they reject, you know, traditional martial arts. They don't understand because they think you won't have the reactions and blah blah blah, and they see all this fancy stuff and they get the wrong idea. Because exercise is one thing, real fighting is another thing. There's so many techniques that might save your life, you know, in self-defense, like grappling situations, striking and blocking. A lot of different techniques that would work. It's not just fancy, showy, wish-washy and all that. It's not at all. Some people are like, they are upset because they are like maybe they are not close enough to a school, or they haven't been lucky enough to find a good teacher, and they lack the knowledge or experience, or they've been hard done by in the past, so they choose different paths. But it's really wrong to reject that. You know, some teachers are bad teachers, some people out there, or you might be unfortunate, but there are people out there that know, and this is true knowledge. And you know, you never give up trying to strive to get more knowledge. And if it's there, and if people are sharing with you at a later date in some way or another, every little is going to help. You know, I mean, you take it and try to apply it or practice it in some way into your own, what you do, and train. You know, that is useful, I feel, right? So anyway, we're nearly finished today. Anyway, I'm just doing a bit more, you know, here, you know, and that's basically it, though. When I'm doing all these moves, you might see me doing, you know, it's not like for show, it's just literally for the health benefits, and then some self-defense. That's what it is, which is real as well, self-defense. I can't stress that enough. Anyway, so when you see a lot of movements are really showy and big, the stances that you might not believe in it, you might think it's a load of crap, because it works in different situations. And if I'm saying something like a really big move, let's say like a big palming block and a hit, how's that going to work in real life? You might not see how the hell that's going to work at all. But things like someone going to hit you, like boxing, someone going to hit you, block and punch, you understand that, right? So the principles are there, but it's for the exercise and the power. Why not get some more exercise, you know what I mean? And there are times when the bigger movements, believe it or not, will work in certain situations. Someone grabs you from behind, you might want to sink low, grab his arm over there, try, you know what I mean? The extra flexibility might work. Spin around, kick, different things might work, you know? So having more flexibility and more power in your body, it's going to help you. Even if you're more tougher than me, you might be a big tough guy, more stronger, say, and you may be very flexible also. So good for you, you know, take this knowledge in. You might only do basketball your whole life. If you choose that, fair enough. You know, or football or something, or MMA. I'm saying the traditional martial arts are really, really useful. These are just some basic exercises I'm just showing you here. It's not so deep, you know. I'm going to go into more deeper stuff later on, just from my bit of knowledge. I don't know everything. But for me, though, I really focus mainly on Wing Chun, as I say, for the self-defense aspect, I say, and a bit of Tai Chi, as I say too. But you can't ignore the health part. You know what I'm trying to say, and the fitness and that, the flexibility. So I still owe a lot to things like Tai Chi, Wing Chun, long fist, wushu. The first martial art I ever did was karate, with heavy, hardcore kickboxing later on. I'm a fan of, I do like Muay Thai, but a lot of aspects, but it's not for the fighting, self-defense more. I don't like the sport and this ego side of it, just for sport, and I think that's ridiculous. Violence, all violence is wrong too, you know. Anyway, getting to know your body more and the feeling and the energy, you know, all the energy in every part of your body, your fingers, your hands, I feel a snake and things like that, you know what I mean? Someone's going to grab me from different lines, I'll feel it. Blocking, it's like different kinds of training, blocking this, see, the elbow. See, different kinds, I'm blocking my leg there, blocking my leg, I might step in, see? So you're working with different kind of exercises and stuff, you see? Someone comes to hit me from the back there, elbowing from there, elbow up, getting busy, parry, punch, see? Here, I might grab the here, I might block there, see? I might step through. There's all different kinds of training you can do. I'm going to stop this video here, alright? So you just take care.